there was a sense that there needed to be something developed to raise the profile of the community and hopefully provide for its long-term sustainability economically, socially, and of course environmentally.
The decline in population is the biggest thing. You just look down Main Street and you say, well, that store used to be in that building that's now all boarded up. You know, there used to be a clothing store in Craik, there used to be an antique store, there used to be 3 hardware stores.
We're on like a cliff and we're sitting on a ledge. And a lot of these little towns, I mean, it's pretty easy to just roll off that cliff and go right to the bottom to oblivion. But if you maybe work really hard and try some really aggressive, dramatic projects, you can maybe claw your way back up to the top of that cliff and still be around here 20 years from now.
Tim Fox, who was the RM administrator at that time, Tim had all of the beams already from the elevators that were tore down because he wouldn't give out demolition permits unless they saved the big timbers. And so when we were talking about building this building, Corey said, well, I need some posts, you know, of some sort. Tim took him out to the farm and said, would these work? Oh yeah.
Bricks in our masonry oven, for example, they came from the old elementary school that was torn down in Craik about 20 years ago. Some people saved the bricks. The brick mason put a call out to the community and they brought these bricks back out. So the bricks in that oven came from our community. Most of the people in town went to school in that school. And now the bricks are here, so it's kind of gives the town a little more ownership in the building.
At -35, if the sun shines with all these windows facing south, there is no heat. The geothermal pumps do not kick in. Passive solar will warm this building enough.
And I can tell you that on those cold days in December when the sun is very low on the horizon, on a bright sunny day when the blinds are open, this wall is beaded on with sunlight. And of course, a lot of heat is generated as a result.
Another really interesting feature we have in this building is the toilets. We have composting toilets and they get a lot of attention. As much attention as anything in the building, really. A normal building of this size would use 14 or 1,600 gallons of water a day. We're using less than 400 gallons of water a day, mostly because of the toilets. And down here is where we actually pull the finished compost out. This will turn into solid finished compost, and this other black box here is the pump that pumps the liquid off. It's a 500-gallon tank where all the liquid from the toilets gets pumped into. It's pure pee that's gone through a big pile of poo. It's amazing how it works. It takes a horrible liability and turns it into a great asset. And we use that liquid nitrogen on the golf course as a fertilizer. That's a really great demonstration of something people should be putting in public buildings.
And I always claimed that Craik was going to be to sustainability what Silicon Valley was to computers. That if you have a business or product that you're trying to promote along the lines of sustainability, you're going to have some kind of tie to Craik.
There's not a house in town that doesn't have compact fluorescence in it anymore. So people are starting to think that way, and that's, to me, the main focus of this whole project is to try and get more people thinking that way, and I think it's starting to work.
Oh!